All right, welcome to another monthly portfolio update. This one is for November 2023. Today is Friday, December 8th. I'm about a week late, but I've been traveling for work and I just got back. And I just didn't want to miss this update because November was a monumentous month for the portfolio. And I just want to give a little bit of thoughts on what happened and what's going on with my portfolio. In any case, let's take a look at it. Through the end of November, my portfolio is up 15.3% year to date. This compares decently to the S&P 500, which is up 19.5%. The thing to notice, though, is that most of my gains was all in November. Before I was just sitting on the sidelines. I had some cash that wasn't deployed and all that. So November was really where it happened for my portfolio, where it was up some 12.25% in that month alone, which is ridiculous. The account was just so interesting this year because by the end of October, I was looking at a year-to-date low across all of my accounts. And by the time we hit the end of November, it was a year-to-date high. We're talking swings of, hundreds of thousands of dollars in just 1 month. Those swings are really rare. I mean, we're talking, double-digit percentage movements in 1 month alone, and that's just ridiculous. But it is what it is. In terms of allocation, I'm a little bit off where I would like to be, mostly because when some of my gold got called away, I decided to redeploy in equities. Gold has had a tremendous run-up, and that was one of the reasons it got called away. The price hit my target price. But, it all works out because equities was just getting the heck beat out of it. And people were just overreacting to what they were seeing. And it went down so quickly and so fast. And it was just an opportunity that I had to, take and jump back in. So right now I'm at 2/3 equity. The REITs and the long-term bonds are roughly where they should be for the allocation. It's the gold that's a little bit off. I'll put up my target allocation just so you can see what's going on. But, it's not too far off, but I'll take the opportunity to rebalance when we get to my rebalancing month, which I think is February of 2024. In terms of why this has happened in November, well, I think that there are optimism that the Fed will start to, decrease rates in 24. Now, there's a debate about is that, midway through 24, Q3, or more towards the first quarter. And I don't know. The market is all over the place on this. If you read the news, you'll see that some banks are calling for rates to be decreased in Q1 24. Others are saying it's going to be much later. But what they seem to agree on is that the inflation data is indicating that we have it somewhat under control, knock on wood. They see signs that there is a potential for a soft landing coming, and at the very least that the Feds won't be raising rates anymore. So they took it as a good news story, and things just shot up the other way. This is after months in 23 of things going down and people worried about will rates just keep going up? What's inflation doing and whatnot? Today, we went back down a little bit because there was a strong unemployment report. And whenever the labor market is strong, that can also be bad for inflation. So, it is what it is. It's just one issue. The other good news, I think, was that Congress did address kind of the government shutdown. They punted the ball into early 2024, where they kind of split up the spending and basically agree that they're going to look at some of the spending in January and then the rest of it, the other tranche, a couple weeks later. So we'll have that showdown when we get into the new year. But at least they kind of prevented the shutdown, and that was good news. They did elect a speaker, so there's some more stability in the political arena, although you can argue about, how stable it is with the old speaker and signaling that he's going to resign at the end of the year and the GOP expelling a member of their conference. So now the majority is even smaller. So we'll see what happens. But at least for now, there are stabilizing forces and the market is reacting appropriately. So that's what happened with my portfolio through November 2023. In terms of other investment news, one of the big ones was that Charlie Munger recently passed away at age 99. And if you don't know who Charlie Munger is, he is the right-hand man of Warren Buffett. They met by chance over Christmas dinner a long, long time ago, some 63, 65 years ago, something like that. There was some, connection between the family. I think Munger had worked as a young man in the Buffett grocery store that was like Warren's grandfather or something like that. But they never really met since there's a, 6-year age difference or something like that between the two of them. But it was this chance meeting that really introduced the two of them. If you don't know about Charlie, I highly recommend that you take this opportunity to just read up about him. I have, just to kind of learn his life philosophy, his mental models, how he likes to invert things when looking at problems to help him solve it. It's just a different way of thinking, and he's quite unique about it. He's very direct in his opinions, but he likes to stay behind the scenes. Warren Buffett is kind of the face of Berkshire Hathaway. He gets all of the credit, and rightly so. But without Charlie, there wouldn't have been a Warren Buffett. So it's worth taking the time to learn about Munger and see if there's anything that he can teach you. He definitely taught me a couple of things. So with that, I'll sign off for this update, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Later.